Hello, I'm back. And now, you know, you do you do live in a negative reality. I mean, I know you people out there are in this denial. The normal, you people that say that you're normal are the most in denial of them all. It's like 800,000 people. That can't eat. I mean, they can barely making it, and you guys, I realize the people giving me thumbs down. I realize how negative they are. The ones who give me the thumbs down, because it separates you from me. Because the positivity, I do believe in positivity. I do believe, you know, you can make the world better if there is no suffering. If you create, it's funny about us, we are creating the suffering. We are creating the suffering for all those 800,000s that are unemployed. We are doing that. We are responsible for that. You know, take your responsibility, take the responsibility and realize that we are responsible. And the denialist, the ones who think they're normal, the denialist that thinks that this is a positive world, the ones who live in their la la land, they live in the illusion. They live in the illusion, and they're like, they want to stay in their illusion because they're comfortable staying in their illusion, because that's the reality of it. These people are so comfortable in staying in the illusion because this reality is pure negativity. Because the more deeper I look into this, I realize the more deeper that I look into this, the more pure negative it is. Because it's in this negativity is in layers, multiple layers. Except for there are certain spots on this planet that are not very negative at all. They're very positive. And the ones that are positive are human beings that are underground, that are kind of like separated from us. And then there's another part of human being that's in space, that's separated from us too. So we're so spread out in this reality. The negativity is so spread out, is crazy. How I don't know. It's like the normal people are so in denial. They're kept in the illusion. I look at normal people, they're kept in the illusion, and they don't want to come out. I think they're not ready to come out because they're going to be the most shocked, because they're so used to the illusion. Because sooner or later, the illusions is going to fade away. And I feel sorry for the ones who are in denial, ones who believe in this negativity, because they're the one who's going to get hit harder. And they're the ones who doesn't want to take the responsibility for the rest of the human beings. Most of the normal people on this fucking reality do not want to take the responsibility for the rest of the human beings on here. It's like, the only way you can do that, you have to work as a group. You have to function as a group. That's the only way it works. Individualism is part of divide and conquer. If you understand me, individualism is part of divide and conquer. That's how they made you, how they made us, to make us individuals. Divide and conquer. You guys got to understand about divide and conquer. Individualism is divide and conquer. That's how you control the masses, is when you have individualism, you know? Yeah, I figure you guys I figure you guys run away. Yeah, I figured you guys would run away. It's so fucking funny, you know, about these denialists, these people who wants to live in their normal reality. They don't understand the word divide and conquer. You know, divide and conquer it goes down deep. It goes down to the core. You know, it goes down within your own self. When you spread the negativity all around you, when you're against each other, you know, when you are against each other, when you have political differences, when you have political differences, and you have religious differences, you have fucking your flags. You know, it's funny. It's like criminality. You know, criminals. You know, the ones who created criminals are the ones on top who created these criminals. The ones who are the 1%. Yeah, the 1% is the one who controls all human beings, you know, and they created you to be divided and conquer. That's why you have individualism. Your individualism is what makes you divided, you know. You know, it's funny about me. I've been so angry. I've been so angry for a long time about this reality, you know, the collective. You know, I do believe in a collective. I do believe in oneness, you know. I do believe in that. I believe everybody should be one. It's strange that I believe in that. And the ones who are normal, the ones who are individuals, do not believe in one. And they believe that it's communism, but it's not. Oneness is more everybody is one. We're all like a collective. We all take care of each other. We're like one organism, if you think about it. We're like one organism, one cell, and we grow. And it's like that's how I look at it, because we are kind of like an organic being that we are. We're so organic, but we're so programmed. I realize how much programmed that we are. You know, money. I hate to hear the word people base money on everything. You know, on base putting an individual who base their money. It's funny how you use money as a torture system. How do you torture other people in beliefs? You know, I mean, I don't have to agree. Just like, you know, I don't have to agree, you know, to anybody. I mean, I don't have to agree about your money system. You know, I have no agreement for the money system, to be honest. You know, I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm gonna die. You know, paying bills. I figure that the way the system works is, you know, when you create a fucking debt system, you create individualism and you create selfishness. You know, and the debt system is more selfishness. The most selfish people are the most negative people on this reality. The ones who self-serve for themselves are the most negative. And the ones who support these self-serving people will always be the negative, because they live in their normal. This is their comfort zone. You know, this is their normality. The ones who self-serve only themselves. Because they want to keep you, these people want to keep you in the illusion. That's all they care about. They put fear on you. They dominate you. That's the whole reason why I have negative people that comes on people. I mean, yeah, people give me thumbs down. They're the most negative because they're the ones who are in denial. You know, a denialist because they believe in their politicians. They believe in They believe in the debt slavery. They believe in debt slavery. You know, they think debt slavery is normal. You know, and they believe that everybody should pay. I mean, whose idea? I have to question this. It's like whose idea is why do we have to pay for our lives? I have to question you about that. Why are we paying for our lives? Are you afraid to answer that question? I mean, are you afraid to answer that fucking question? Why? Why are we renting our bodies? Basically, you're born on a fucking planet. And then the first thing you do, you go, yeah, your parents paid for your education. High school, elementary school, kindergarten. Your parents paid for your education. So your education wasn't even for free anyways. And then they pay and they want you to get you a college degree so you can have a higher education and have a better job, but it's like flipping a coin to have a better job. So why are you paying to live? Why do you call it making a living? So you listen to those words that you just said. Why are you making a living? And you got to ask that question. You have to ask that question is why are we for rent? Why are we, if you're paying for a living, then you are definitely a debt slave. You are definitely a slave if you're paying to live. Because it's funny we have an infinite universe. Yeah, we have an infinite universe. And here we are, this little tiny fucking ball, this full of idiots. This little tiny ball is full of idiots that believe that we have to pay to live. And it's like, you don't understand. The universe is not based on money. I'm going to tell you this right now. The universe, the infinite universe that you guys are so in prison. You guys are prisoners of your own world. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be straight up blunt with you fuckers. You are a prisoner in your own fucking world, and you believe you have to fucking pay. Yeah, when you get out there, your money is useless. You're pretty much your money is so fucking useless. Your gold is useless. Your silver is useless. Only thing is good about your gold and your silver, it creates an antidote, makes you younger. I mean, the gold basically makes you younger, But you're a fucking idiot to believe that you have to rent your body to live. If you think as an off-worlder, I'm not. Let's say I'm an off-worlder because that would make you look like a fool. To be honest, you do look like a fool having a world like this, imprisoning your own people. You do look like a fool imprisoning your own people because I'm speaking in an off-world as an off-worlder. There's so much infinite. I mean, there's so much out there. There's so much out there, so much different cultures and so much different. And the way for me to look at you, you would offend me. You would offend me and who you are and what you are. And personally, I would kill all you fuckers that would imprison other people on other planets, I would kill you fuckers for imprisoning other people for your greed and selfishness. Because there's no laws out there in the universe. There's no laws out there in the infinite reality that we live in. There's no laws. Yeah, there is a universal law, that you have to fucking take care of your planet. You know, you do have to take care of nature. You got to take care of the planet. You have to take care of everything. You know, but this reality is so against the law, the universal law of caring. You know, you're so against caring for your own fucking for life. Period. You know, I realize how negative this reality is. I mean, I'm being honest. You know, I mean, honesty. You know, what's honesty? This planet doesn't have it. This planet does not have it. I don't give a fuck what you fucking people say. You know, yeah, I understand we have assholes. We got lots of them. We got lots of them down on this planet. You know, the 1% are the assholes. We have the 1% that are the assholes, and then the 1% is trafficking human beings. You know, on planet, off planet. You know, because I was watching Trump talking about trafficking, and we have a lot of that down here. So we have to get rid of that, and I'm hoping they are working on that, getting rid of the trafficking, especially even off planet where we're being trafficked. You know, if you think about it. Yeah, and the infinite reality, how I look at life is, yeah, you're breaking the laws of nature. The nature, very nature that you breathe, that you were designed to breathe, to drink, and to eat. You're breaking the cycle. You know, the cycle that you're supposed to keep sustain yourself. You know, human beings need to learn to sustain themselves in order to survive. But human beings do not care about other human beings. To be honest, I mean, human beings do not care about other human beings in a corporate world. You know, the corporate world does not care about you. The corporate world does not care about you. Doesn't give a fuck about you. That's the reality of it. I am a realist. I'm telling you this, and I'm being blunt with you. I am a fucking realist about this reality. Even though it's a illusional reality, I know it's not real. I know the economy is not real. I know money is not real. I know everything to me is not real. And it's just a fucking game to me, you know. But the normal people wants to believe in the game. Who wants to you know, they want to what you say? They want to keep the game going, you know, to make everybody else miserable, you know. They want to create fences, you know. I understand about the border, you know. I understand about the border. I understand we have millions of other borders. Why don't they do a border up in Canada, you know? I don't know. If you guys want to do a border in fucking Mexico, why don't you do a border up in Canada? Why don't you keep all the Canadians out of fucking America? You know, why do you have to? I mean, human trafficking is everywhere. It's the whole fucking planet. So you might as well create borders everywhere. You might as well just board up the whole fucking state. Because human trafficking is everywhere. Europe. I mean, America is I think America is like number 3 for human trafficking or something. Yeah, in a way, I kind of agree with, you know, Trump about the human trafficking part, you know, but I don't agree with him with the walls, because to me, as I always believe, this whole fucking planet is run by cabals, you know, Luciferians. Your 1% are the Luciferians. You know, that's the ones you guys support, and they're the ones who's keeping you delusional. And they're the ones who's keeping you fucking, They're the ones keeping you they want you to keep the lie going. So you have to. So the 1% is the control of all human products, because we are a product. Because that's why America is a corporation. So therefore, human beings are nothing but products. We can be bought and sold just like a product, even though we work our asses off. 8 to 10 hours a fucking day for 5 days a week. Sometimes 6, or some people don't get no breaks at all just to pay their bills. Yeah, you're definitely a fucking slave in this negative reality. I'm just being honest with you. I mean, the truth does hurt. The real truth really does fucking hurt, whether you like it or not. Because it's funny about the dark fleet. You talk about abusive. The dark fleet is fucking, and it's a mixture of human and reptilians and insectoids and all. It's like, but it's the mistreatment of each other in the reptilian ways, the abusive ways. And the reptilians wants to get up to this next. They want to go up to the next dimension, or they're using us to go up to the next dimension, but we're not going to let that happen. I mean, not all reptilians are bad. We don't want the bad ones to go up to the next dimension, the higher levels of dimensions, because I realize that's what they're using us for. They're not the negative ones are not going to go up there. They're going to stay here. All the negative ones are going to stay in this 3D world, because we're not going to let it happen. I can tell you that we are not going to let it happen, because we don't want the negativity up there. So if I have to prevent them from coming up here, then yeah, I have to. If you guys want to change who you really are, if you want to ascend, ascension is when the sun will change our DNA. I realized when I saw the sun and the dragon, the sun will change human beings' DNA, only the positive ones. Because I realized the positive ones are the ones that's going to split off. Because it done a split. It already did a. I found a lady that in the 70s, planet Earth did a split already in the 70s, but it's multiple different splits. It depends on the human being, If you have a really positive world, you can go up you can ascend to another higher dimension, But if you're too negative, you're always going to stay in this 3D world, and you're gonna live with all the rest of the negative people, because you can't be this way. You have to grow, you have to fucking grow. Yeah, I mean, if you're positive, realistically, if you're really positive and you believe that people deserve, it's like every time I talk about, things like, yeah, you could still keep your people in houses, and you got to keep it's all you have. Everybody is a collective, and you all have to be positive. And you have to make this whole planet positive to work. If you believe that people should suffer, then it's not going to work. It's going to keep you down. It's going to keep you down, and you're going to stay down. And if you are, it's funny about your religious Christians out there, that support debt slavery. You're going to stay in the third dimension. You're going to stay in the 3D world. you know. But for me, since I've been negative myself, I'd be staying down here myself too, you know. You religious fuckers out there that are really negative, that don't really take care of your people, because you have to lift your people up. You have to lift their negativity up. You have to make it. You have to give them less stress. If you understand what I mean, if you do understand what I mean, you got to ease the tension. You got to ease the suffering. That's that's the only way it works in this reality. You know, there's a 3D. We're in a 3D world right now. This is the 3D world. And there's multiple other worlds out there that are higher than this world. I don't know, because the way I found out, it goes up to 13, 22 Ds. I mean, 22 Ds, you know? And I realized the higher higher you, oh God, higher the density. The higher the density, the more positive you are, the higher density you will go up to, you know? It's a whole, I feel like I've been there before. I feel like I have been there before because I see my friends. I see my avian friends, and it's like I know them. They know me. I guess I've been there before. So you have to be positive to go up to these higher densities. Because if you want to stay negative, if you want to keep people a debt slave, you're going to stay down here in this third density. You're not going to go anywhere. You're gonna live amongst with all the other fucking negative assholes down here. You know, you're gonna live. We're gonna live. You know, you're gonna live with all the negative assholes down here. You have to be for real. You can't. Don't give the people the illusion. You know, of your fake positivity, because you give the illusion of your fake positivity. It's all wrong. You know. Yeah, there are ETs out there that are helping us. There are extraterrestrials out there that are helping us grow. Because I know I am. I know I'm being helped. I'm being guided by my yellow avian friend, you know. My yellow avian friend. You know, that likes me to show his picture every time I talk, you know. This is who's guiding me. This is who's guiding me, you know. I know him. He knows me. I think two other avians know me. I mean, and I think a lot of extraterrestrials know me. They know I'm not bad. They don't think I'm bad. You know, I just have a fucking big mouth. You know, and I like to show you guys your reality. I like to show you my reality because I'm reflecting back at myself. Everything is a reflection back at oneself. That's how it works. Because I'm looking in the mirror every fucking day. I'm looking in this fucking camera every fucking day because it's always a reflection. You know? Yeah, everything you do is reflected back at you. If you create more negativity, if you like creating misery, it's all a reflection of you. You're reflecting your own self, creating this negativity, creating everybody else's misery. It doesn't matter who you are, what gender you are, what color you are. It doesn't matter what you are, who you are. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Creation does not give a fuck if you're good or bad. The reality, because the out there is so infinite, and there's so many different versions of creation. you know, which is really, it's kind of funny, I think it's pretty funny. Creation does not give a fuck because there are things that there are beings out there that are so complicated you wouldn't even, these fucking normal people on planet Earth will have a problem with that, you know? They will have a problem, these normal people, because everything what they know here, what they know here, and when you go out there, is totally not what you think it is when you're out there. You're sometimes you will offend a lot of people. You normal people, you're gonna offend a lot of people out there. Right now, I'm pretty much offended that how you guys imprison yourself, how you guys keep yourself prisoners, how you embrace and being a prisoner as a debt slave. The world, I realized, human beings, you're not, nothing revolves around you. I can tell you this right now, nothing does revolve around you at all. You got to get that egotistic mind making believe that you are the center of the universe. You're not. You're out in the fucking boonies. That's where you are. You're out in the fucking boonies on the edge. You know? You're like hillbillies, if you think about it in that way. Because I know you're like on the edge of the universe. You're like somewhere that no one can find you, you know? But yeah, there are other planets here. We're not the only planet. Our universe is like, yeah, we're way on the edge. I mean, we're not. It's like there's so much out there because I see it. I know it. I know it. So part of me knows it. You know, and a couple of my past lives. I'm an off-worlder. I am an off-worlder. That's why I don't think like you. That's why I come down here. And I believe when I come down here, I'm like I like being straight out, truthful and blunt. Whether you like it or not, whether you agree or disagree, I don't give a fuck what you. To be honest, you make your own choices. That's one thing you do have. Well, really, you don't have any choices in a prison state that we're in, but you do have choices other than these self-serving. The self-serving people don't really give you any choice. They basically just want to dominate and keep you suppressed. In a ritual, this world is, I mean, I realize that everything is a ritual in this world. They do a lot of rituals, and they do rituals outside the world. It's weird about me. I'm not afraid, you know. I ain't afraid of, you guys call them demons. I call them fucking extraterrestrials. You call them demons. I call them they're like in another extraterrestrials. That's what I call them. They could be negatives, you know. And you have spirits out here that have been in fucking misery. Because, it's like human beings created misery for these spirits. That's why they roam around. That's why they can't go nowhere. Because you guys live in this negative world, so your spirits are really just trapped in this reality. And some of them don't want to leave this world as a spirit. They want to stay in this world as a spirit. You got shadows. You have your shadow people. You got your tall whites, you got your grays. You know, you'd be seeing all kinds of weird stuff, and there are other worlds underneath this world that you guys will be shocked. There are other worlds underneath this world, and you'll call it hell. You know, underneath this world, but it's not really hell. It's just another world. You know, I wouldn't call it hollow Earth because it's not. It's not hollow. Not really hollow at all. So it's just big old cave systems with cities in them. You know, hiding away from humanity. Basically, they're all hiding away from human beings like you because they want to keep you dumb, keep you stupid. I mean, they've been doing that for 6,000 years. They've been keeping humanity stupid for 6,000 years. That's a long fucking time. That's like, I mean, that's long time to keep humanity dumb for 6,000 years. The normal ones, you know, when you say you're normal, then you are definitely dumb. You know, when you believe that you live in this normality and you call this normal and you're comfortable with this, then you are definitely dumb. You know, you're gonna get to hit the hardest. You will get hit the hardest because you're so comfortable. You know, the comfortable, being comfortable is not gonna last long. I mean, I'll give you about 8 years, 9 years. You know, feel comfortable for 8, 9 years. You know, maybe I don't know, depending on them, because I've been seeing them. I've been seeing that they've been following me. The I found these two stars, and it's funny when I was at the rest area, and it was I mean the sun was getting up, and I didn't see no stars outside, and then I saw these two stars out of nowhere. I mean, clear. I mean, as clear as day, seeing these two stars. You know, because I know it's them. You know, I know they're following me. I know they're observing me. Because every time I do a video, they want me to do these fucking videos. It's like, well, what use do you want me? It's like you got David Wilcott. He's really, I mean, you guys may disagree with him about how he is, but I kind of agree. I do agree with him, David Wilcott. You know, whether you like it or not, because money tear downs people. Money can tear down people because money is used as a weapon in this reality. I found out money is used as a weapon. How you treat people. You treat people like shit when it comes to money, you know? And you based our life on money, so that's how you treat people. So I look at money as weaponized. You degrade people with money. For me, I'm heading my own direction. That's all I'm doing. I'm not following anybody, actually. I'm following myself. That's the way I work. I work better by myself, to be honest, you know? Yeah, I'll listen to you. I'll listen to your opinions, but it doesn't mean I have to agree with you because I'm still going off my own direction. I'm always following my own path, wherever it's taking me, wherever it's leading me. Because I know some paths I might go the wrong direction, and sometimes I come out of it and go somewhere else and find it and try to like straighten myself out. Sometimes I go on path where it's just endless. Just it doesn't get me nowhere. You know, I feel like it does not give me nowhere. But I've been seeing clouds. Like I said, I see things in the fucking clouds. And Gaia, planet Earth, does talk, and she kind of like gives me little pictures in the clouds, and I see those pictures that she gives me sometimes. Mostly dragons. Yeah, I see lots and lots of fucking dragons. I seen a dragon. I seen a skull dragon. I seen a dragon size of a face, the size of a fucking planet. You know. You may not believe in dragons. You may not believe in because you live in a normal reality where everything is a mythology. You know. You know, dragons. You know, I believe in source. You know, I do believe in source. That's the one thing. There's a difference between you and me. You know, source is completely different from the reality that you guys believe in. You know, I have connection. I know I have connection to source. You know, I realize I do have connection to source, and that's one thing you don't understand. That source itself, kind of like I don't know. There's a different type of source that I feel a different kind of connection, not from this source. This source is completely out of control. This source here is completely out of fucking control. I'm from a different source. You know, I feel like that's where I'm from a different source, and not from this source here. Is like I don't, you know, it's just wacky. You know, they're wacky, and then the souls are way whacked out of their fucking heads. You know, with egos. You know, even the elites, they don't believe that they're you know, they're all souls. They're all whacked out of their fucking heads. They're so negative. Yeah, I know this planet. I don't know why. I do know this planet. I know she's in pain. This is a rare planet. I mean, this planet is very rare, and I don't want it to see. I want her to live. That's all I want. I want her to live a nice full life at least. That's all I care. I care about the planet. I don't give a fuck. My point of view is like I don't care about the human beings. I rather care about the planet than care about human beings. You know, the planet should be priority out of everything else on this fucking planet. You know, that's how I feel. I feel like the planet should be priority because it's like it deserves this planet. She deserves a better treatment than this. You know. You can call me fucking crazy. I don't give a fuck. Cause all you fuckers who think you're normal are more fucking psychos and crazy yourself. You know. You know, it's funny about her. Yeah, I keep on repeating myself about this. She gave you this body. This body came from this planet. She's gave you this body. What she gets in return? Abuse from us. You know, that's what she gets in return. Abuse from us. And then we're so manipulated, and then the 1% manipulate us to abuse her, to torture her. No, I can't blame the human beings, you know? I can blame the 1% at least. At least the ones who are out of control, who doesn't give a fuck about life, who really doesn't give a fuck about anything. And then when I look at human beings, they're like mimicking the 1%. They're mimicking the 1%. You know, they want to be like the 1%. That's the manipulation they always tell you. They want you to be, they always tell you, you want to be like me, you have to work your ass off. You know, you have to have connections with them. If you want to be like them, you have to have connections with them. unlimited wealth. They have unlimited wealth. The 13 families that have unlimited wealth. And here you are looking up to them. Here you are kissing their fucking ass. They created this corporate world. The 3% created this corporate world, this corporate entity. The government is corporation, like I always tell you. Yeah, the 13 Luciferian families that you fucking people who believe in politics believe in. Follow every fucking day. Every part of your fucking city is all Luciferian. Everything that, even your graves are Luciferians. You know, you got to realize, you know, if you have obelisk, the penis is the obelisk. You know, I found a new thing about this world. You know, I found out how much Messianic and how much royalty it has controlled this whole fucking planet. You know. Yeah, you know, George Washington. You know, George Washington is a Mason, is a Freemason. The creation of this Messianic Luciferian ways, you know, in religion. They control religion itself is fucking Luciferian. You know, it's just a like I said, it's just a lower version, it's just a calmer version, just to control you. That's all it is. Everywhere I look, there is Luciferian. It is in their face every fucking day. It's in your face every fucking day, everywhere you go. The 1% created, you know, it's funny, the 1% created this world. The 1% created this world to make you slaves. It's really simple as that. The ignorance of normality, to believe that slave and to be comfortable in your slave, in being a slave, you know. You know, the ignorance, you know. It's like the more deeper I go, the more I sound negative, but in a positive way. At least you're understanding and you're knowing. And yeah, anonymous. You know, I'm glad anonymous is doing what they're doing. You know, I watch a lot of anonymous. I post a lot of anonymous on my Facebook. I post a lot of shit on my Facebook. I watch YouTube, and I post shit on Facebook on how I look at things. You know, basically that's what I do. I don't look at politics. That's the way I don't work. I don't believe in politicians, because to me they're all puppets. You know, I don't believe in politics. I don't believe in religion. I'm sorry to say that. I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in the Bible. I mean, yeah, the Bible's okay. The Bible's just a history book. It's just a gory history book. It's full of gore, you know? There's a lot of gore in the fucking Bible. You know, that's the part they don't want to tell you about, the gory part, the slave and the master, you know, the sick rules it has in there. We'll have to do a show, because I have it all yellow outlined in the Bible of all the gore in it, you know, the part that they don't want to read. I have it all like in yellow markers on slave, you know, how it's weird. Genocide, slavery, you know, and then human beings did live to be 800 to 1,000 years, you know. The early human beings, they lived 800 to 1,000 years, and they're still, Yeah, I found out that there are still some that are still survive. They're living 800,000 years, and they're up in the 1%. Yeah, they're all up in the 1%. The ones who live 1,000 to 3,000 years, under different names. They can get away with it because they're on top. And you got humanoids with big heads that controls the finance. Yeah, and you talk about intelligent. You talk about your what you call it, your intelligence, your IQ. These beings with these big heads have a higher IQ than a human being. Human beings are not really that smart compared to these fuckers. They're the one who's keeping track. They're running the World Bank. They're the ones who are running the World Bank. These fucking and they're from and they're from they're descendants from the Egyptians. Because they had the elongated head. Coffins of them there. They're just hidden away. I'm aware of them. I am definitely aware of them. I know the reptilians. The royalty, your royal family is all reptilians. They're all inbreds because they don't want to ruin their blood. It's a bloodline, and everybody in politics are part of the bloodline, the royal bloodline. Everyone in politics is part of the royal bloodline because they're always going to find somebody with blood to run to be your leader. That's the way it works. Royalty follows all from America all the way up to fucking England. Royalty is part of this whole fucking planet. The blood. It's all about blood, If you're a mixed race, then you are nothing but a use. Yeah, they always say you're a useless water bag. According to them, you are a useless water bag. That's how they think of us. They don't consider us as a living being. In a corporate world, you're not considered as a living being. You're not considered as you're just a mindless robot that likes to work hard, and they create beliefs that make you to believe that this is normal, which is really, I have to laugh at that sometimes, It's like they could fuck with our heads. They fuck with our heads so good. I mean, they fuck with our heads really good. They fuck with my head sometimes. I know they fuck with my head. I could feel them fucking with my fucking head. I could feel the beam weapon. They always shoot a beam weapon like to make you dumb down. They always shoot some. I always feel this heat behind my neck, and I notice that they're shooting something at me to keep me fucking stupid. They have technology like that. Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is another way of controlling human beings. To keep them more dumb. I mean, anything that has frequency. I'm going to tell you right now, anything that has a frequency, a certain megahertz, they know how to control you. They know how to control you mentally, physically. When you watch the TV, when you watch TV every fucking day, if you believe your news, yeah, they're shooting a frequency at you. They're shooting subliminal message in your fucking head. Let's go buy this. Let's go buy that. It's funny. We're like one big, huge experiment on this fucking planet. Yeah, this is one big, huge fucking experiment. We are prisoners on a big, huge. We're like guinea pigs, which is really funny. We're like fucking guinea pigs on this fucking planet. we're so mistreated. You know, it's funny that they made us so individualized that we mistreat our own selves. If you think as a collective, you know, because we do mistreat our own selves a lot because we're so individualized. We always torment somebody. We always look down at somebody. We always say we're smarter than this person. We're smarter than that person. That's a normal. That's how they control you guys. You know, who's smarter than who? Who's you know who's quicker? Who's a hard worker and all that shit. Competition is to me is nothing but bullshit. You know, it makes you so. That's how you divide and conquer. If you have competition on this planet, you're divided and conquered that way too. You're so divided and conquered so many different ways. You don't understand how divided and conquer you are. You're so you're so divided down to your skin, down to your voice, down to your frequency, down to every single cell of your body. You're so divided, you know. You're so programmed. You know, the programming, because I understand about programming, how we are programmed, you know. One thing about me, about not, one of my brains not functioning right, I have the advantage, you know. I have the advantage because one of my brains does not function right. So like controlling me, it's like how are you going to control somebody with one brain, you know? Because your brain is how they is your brain is the whole reason why they control you. You know, it it's it's like I can hear the frequencies in my ears. I hear frequencies in my ears right now. You know, it's like I'm blocking frequency. And certain frequencies help me. I realize that certain frequencies in my ears are creating my awareness is opening me up in a way. Yeah, I hear a lot of frequencies in this reality. I can hear the frequencies. See, I hear one that's a high pitch frequency on this side, and this side is a low pitch frequency. You know, and sometimes it goes up really high, and then because I know that there's a strong frequency coming. I don't know why, because it goes up really high and then it goes down and it goes high. It depends. And then sometimes I dream and then I see these pictures in my head and I see. Sometimes it's like when I'm dreaming, I don't even know what I'm doing. You know, I'm trying to see myself astral project. You know, I want to astral project. I know when I sleep, I actually astral project when I sleep. Everybody sleeps, they astral project. They leave their bodies. But that's the real you that's leaving your body. It's not you. It's the other you. It's the real you inside of you that leaves you, because the you is completely different from the you outside the body. You know, the energetic part of your body. It's like having two different personalities within your own self. Your energetic self has a totally different personality than the physical body self, because you realize this physical reality is how we are created and it's weird, you know? Because I know my energetic self is completely different from this physical me, you know, the physical self of me. And it's trying to adjust to this physical body, because right now part of me, yeah, human beings used to have two spirits in them, two different spirits. One, if you hear voices in your fucking head, if you hear voices in your head, that's your other spirit that came from this planet, actually, because you're always in conflict with yourself all the time. You hear voices if you hear voices in your head, I know some of you normal people hear voices in your head, you know. Do you know that's? Do you think that's you talking? You have to ask that question. Do you think that's you talking? If you hear that, when you think, do you think that's you talking? Because right now, I don't hear voices in my head. Only thing I hear is myself. Because my other part left. My other part of me left me. Because yeah, like I said, I feel half. I feel like I'm half a person right now because the other half left. That was the voice in my head that was thinking all the time. Just think about it. Yeah, I say just think about it, If you don't hear anything in your head, then it's gone, you know. Then it's just you inside your own head. Then it's really you. It's you. Oh, actually, it's me. Right now, it's actually me, you know, because I don't hear the other voice. The thinking part, when you think, because I used to think a lot when I was in Facebook. I thought a lot. I think a lot all the time. But now it's not about thinking anymore for me. It's not about thinking anymore for me anyway. So it's more, it's more me speaking out. The thoughts, I don't even have the thoughts anymore. My thoughts are all gone. My thoughts are it's just me in the body. That's it. It takes you to a different level. I don't know. It's like learning. That's why I like to learn a lot by visual. Visual learning is how I learn and understand. Feeling is another thing. Feeling is another way of learning too. Visual and feeling and understanding the reality that you're in. It's funny, the calmness. I used to be really angry all the time. I mean, yeah, I'm calm. I mean, right now I'm calm because I feel like there's no pressure, you know. Yeah, creating pressure creates negativity too. When you create too much pressure, when you make stress, you create negativity. That's not healthy for a human being, to be honest. It's not really healthy at all, if you understand what I mean, you know. Because I experienced it. I know what it feels like to be stressful and under pressure. So let's see what time it is. I'm inviting Infinite Mike on my YouTube channel, so he said it'll be ready about 10 o'clock. So I'm gonna kill like half an hour. Oh, I got like 45 minutes to kill till Infinite Mike comes. I'm just curious about him. So all right, not Infinite Mike. I mean Infinite. Get to see who he really looks like. If anybody wants to come on my channel, just send me your email address, and I'll send it to you on, I guess, Messenger. If you have Messenger, I'll send it to you on Messenger, inviting you to, or I'll send you an invitation to come on my channel, out of curiosity on how you guys, just curiosity about. Now, I think it's great to have somebody else on my channel too, because everybody has a totally different way of thinking, totally different way of viewing things. I don't have to agree, with everything that you say. I don't have to. I can agree and disagree, just like you can agree and disagree with me. It doesn't matter. So yeah, if you want to just express yourself, I call it the way it's just express yourself, how you feel, how you know you know tell something about yourself, you know Understand yourself. I guess that's the way it's going to work. Is more of understanding who we really are as human beings. The curiosity of understanding about being human, the compassion. That's what that's what I'm looking for. People who are real, who has real compassion. You know, without money. Money does not bring compassion. I can tell you that for a fact. I mean, money to me, I am against the money system. I mean, I'm living it, and I am against it. I know in the future, the money system will be gone in the future. So I'm not. I know the future is going to be great in the future. The way it's going to head. Oh, that's weird. I don't know. It could be an alternate reality that I'm looking at. I don't know if it's an alternate reality, but I see like dark clouds, and there's a sun coming out of it, and some kind of mushroom head person. I don't know. I don't know what I see that. I feel the energy of it. Yeah, the evolution of humanity is when you feel the vibration of another human being. You could tell a negative human being from a positive human being. Yeah, mine is kind of different. When I feel negativity, yeah, it's the twist. When somebody twists my stomach up, or somebody's pushing me and twisting my stomach, then that person's really negative. You know, when I felt McMuffin, he's pure negative. McMuffin was pure negative. His negativity, so it pushed me so hard. Because he is so ingrained. The dark, I don't know, there's something dark pushes him to push me. You know. It's funny about Dallas, Texas. It's so dark there. I can tell you that. There's a lot of darkness there in Dallas or in Texas itself. Texas is really dark. Nothing positive about it. Just like here in South Carolina. I live in fucking South Carolina. There's nothing but darkness here too. It's like once you walk. It's funny when you once you get into to Somerville in South Carolina, you can see the barrier, the dark barrier that people that created. It's like human beings can create darkness. They don't know that they're a collective, but they can create their own. They don't know that they're living in their own darkness. Their own negativity. Their own negativity is what they're creating. It's like they don't know they're a collective, but as a collective that they are, not realize that their individualism is keeping them in the dark. You know, because I feel it here in Charleston, especially. Someone's arguing. Someone's always hurting somebody. Somebody's getting hurt. Somebody's being abused, tortured, shot at. Bills. The most negative of that I hear, that I feel the most, is people paying bills. That's where the most of the stress coming out. The stress. To feel uncomfortable, the pressure. The pressure does not create positivity at all. This is, I call it we are de-evolving, you know? Humanity is de-evolving in this because of corporate greed, corporations, the 1% that controls everything. We're that's why we're always staying the same level. We never they say modern, but really they're not really modern at all. They're really we're just stuck at the same level, you know. And it's like we're not growing as humanity supposed to grow. What else? What else? What else? Those are my opinions. Those are my way of looking at things. I mean, that's the way I see it. You know, and avians are right now. They're like giving me a thumbs up. The avians. Yeah, yeah, I could see an avian. The yellow one. Always the yellow one that follows me. The yellow avian. Smiling. Just waving. I guess that's the way they want me to say it, the way they want me to talk. So, yeah. Calm, nice, no argument. It's weird, It is so strange not to yell anymore, not to argue, not to fucking. It's strange. Oh, yeah, I feel my friend Mike, I could feel him. He's a really strong, positive person to me. Huh. Jeez. Oh, I feel somebody positive energy. Huh. That was weird. I felt a really nice positive energy from there. Somebody has nice positive energy. Yeah, it's funny about imagination, you know. That's how I see things in my imagination. My body feels the electricity, the frequency. My body feels frequencies from off worlds, different densities. There are certain density beings out there that send me frequencies. Sometimes they heal me. Now they're calming me down, which is nice. Huh. Yellow and green. Oh yeah, I saw the English dub of Dragon Ball Brawly. That was pretty good. I saw that. I saw the bootleg version of Dragon Ball Brawly. That was pretty cool. Brawly is actually pretty cool at the end, I liked how they did the ending on it on Brawly, which is pretty cool. My nephews got me into Dragon Ball Z, so I got I'm kind of like obsessed with Dragon Ball Z because in a way, I can relate to Broly because my father is kind of like controlling, not controlling, but he always kind of like intimidated me, and I can relate to Broly, or his father kind of like suppresses his energy, suppress who he is, not realizing how powerful he really is and how out of control that really is because they kept controlling him. You know, I can relate to that in the way I am. It's like my parents are so religious. My mom and dad are actually Catholic. You know, my parents, they believe in their Catholic religion. You know, my dad was a Vietnam vet. You know, and I think he's using religion to make him feel like, yeah, he wants to go to a better place. You know, he's using religion so he can go to a better place because he know what he did in Vietnam. You know, I think he done something really bad in Vietnam, and he keeps it to himself. So I do respect my dad, but I don't respect him in war. In the I don't believe in wars. You know, because the elites, the 1% controls all the wars. They created the wars. You know, so that's why I don't believe in wars because you're all like pawns. You know, you're all nothing but pawns. And the only way to eliminate people is have wars. You know, population control is based on wars, if you understand what I mean. You know, but yeah, it's my dad. You know, my dad, he's hardcore. He's a hardcore army person. He's really hardcore. But I do love my dad, but it's like some things I don't agree with my dad. I do not agree with my dad. A majority of everything. You know, he is a conservative. My dad is a conservative. Same with my mom. They're conservatives. You know, and I don't agree in the way they are, how they look at life. I do not agree. I do not agree with my parents on how they look at life. You know, I don't know. For me, I look at life completely different than they do. The opposite. I look at life completely the opposite. Life, you should not be a debt slave. That's not life. Debt slavery is not life at all. You know, people have a real. I mean, I don't know. The natives, you know, if you give the natives like a quarter of America, and then let them live the way they live and stop controlling them, then you'll understand how they are, how they the balance. They understand the balance of life. You know, understanding the balancing of life. The, you give, you take, and you give back. That's the way it works. You take and you give back. But if you keep taking and you don't give back, then you upset the balance of life. So really, if you take, you don't know life. If you keep taking, you know, and you make slaves out of people, then you really don't know life at all. In this infinite universe that we live in, it's infinite. There's no end. And here you are stuck in a little ball. Because I'm ready to leave. To be honest, I'd like to leave. I want to leave. I want to go explore. And it's funny, when I die, I'll end up coming back here in another human body, or hopefully if when I die, I go back to another body, to at least a off-worlder body. You know, that would be the choice I would choose. I would choose to go on an off-world body. You know, I would come back as a humanoid or a human. There's plenty of other bodies out there you can be, plenty of other lives that I can be. I don't have to be human. Why should I choose to be human? I don't want to be a debt slave. I don't have to go through the light either. Don't go through the light. Tell you fuckers out there, do not go through the light. You'll be erased. All you did, all the shit you done right now. My parents are gonna go through the light. I can tell you that, and they're gonna be erased when they go through that light. And that's why they believe that they're doing good. Doing good and destroying a planet. What tells you how backwards we are? We're doing good to destroy a planet. Think about that sometimes. We're doing good to be greedy. We're doing good. You call that positivity, being greedy? This doing good bullshit is so negative. Self-serving is not doing good. When you self-serve your own self, you're not really doing good at all. It's only for your selfish needs. That's all it is. It's only for your selfish needs, your corruption, and you just spreading your corruption for your selfishness. So you're not really doing good if you think about that. I know I'm gonna have some negative people. They're gonna give me thumbs down because they live in their normal world and they think they're doing good. That's it's the brainwashing. It's so funny about how you're being brainwashed to believe that you are doing good. You know, the reality of creating misery and doing good, and it's kind of fucked up to create other people's miseries to do good, to make other people suffer to do good. Then there's something wrong with you who believe that other people should suffer because it's good, you know. Unless you really want to depopulate the planet, if you want to depopulate the planet and make other people suffer, yeah, great. Then that's what you want, there's nothing against you. I'm not stopping you, you know. I'm not stopping. It's funny about me. I don't stop people from their beliefs. I let them do what they need to do because actually they're eliminating the way I look at it. They're already eliminating themselves when they believe that suffering is doing good. Like I don't have to do nothing because they're doing it. They're doing fine just the way they're doing the way they are. So why should I change them? I'm not here to change nobody. I'm just here to express myself on how I how I view this world, and my perspective on looking at everything else. I'm not here to change you. You have to do that for yourself. You know, you have to go find. You have to do that for yourself. I ain't gonna change you. Uh, if you like the way you are, yeah, great. That's who you are. You know, that's that's what you. If you believe in that, then great. Yeah, yeah, because we have a real choice now. My thing is, I want positivity. That's it. I want to be positive. I want to leave. I want to go a higher density. That's what I want. You know, I'm sick of being. I'm sick of arguments. I'm sick of fucking. I'm sick of suffering. I'm sick of all this shit. I want to go a higher density. I want to get the fuck off this fucking planet. Or I want this planet to go in a higher density. I want to go with the planet in the higher density because this planet does go in a higher density with us, with some of us. You know, I'm just waiting for the sun. Hopefully, the sun. I'm waiting for the sun. But I don't know when it's gonna come. Waiting for that sun. Because I could see the dragon in the sun in my fucking head. Let's see. 9:39. I got fucking. I got an idea. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna have somebody when I get Infinite on here. So I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be back. Have a nice day. Thank you.